body bags of adversaries that I had to bury. I broke the law and they jaw, all in the same flurry. But never worry, they'll remember me through history, causing motherfuckers to bleed. They'll label me a outlaw, outlaw, outlaw.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, guys?
So,
What's up?
we gotta clear the air up about some drama that happened June 1st at Guido's Speakeasy.
Yeah, it's been kind of the local
Talk of the town.
pub gossip.
Yeah. There's been some, like, vague and conflicting views. So, we're gonna try to set stuff straight and detangle the web of confusion here a little bit. And just as a disclaimer, this video is not to slander or throw Guido's Speakeasy under the bus at all. We're not trying to deter anyone from visiting or playing there in the future.
Yeah, we don't want any, like, we're not trying to, what's the word I'm looking for, AJ? Smite?
Shit on?
Yeah, we're not, we're not looking to shit on you guys, but there are some things that we need answered, and we might be a little salty about it.
Yeah.
Because
You did kick out our friends.
and you guys are being kind of mischievous about it.
Yeah, online. Well, we'll get to that.
Online anyway.
Yeah, let's lay some stuff out, give a good chronology, and, to give you a broad intro of what happened. So we got June 1st, Guido Speakeasy, Exemptus and Earthworm Von Doom. They're the headliners of the night. It's their first day of their Eat Your Matress tour. And
Great fucking show.
Great fucking show. Great fucking tour, man. They're
Serious.
already on it. And,
Yeah, dude. They're already in Canada.
yeah, they're taking some beautiful fucking pictures too.
Fuck yeah.
Exemptus took a picture of some gravy in front of
Yeah.
I think Niagara Falls.
Right in front of Niagara Falls, dude. That shit was dope. That shit was gravy.
But
Buttered toast, dog.
buttered fucking toast.
Buttered fucking toast.
So Trip and Sam, the drummer and bassist of Earthworm Von Doom, respectively, they ran sound for this whole event.
They hosted the whole event.
Yeah, and in doing so, they also ran sound. Someone else was supposed to be running sound that night, but they ended up stepping to the plate to do it.
Well, yeah, because the other guy was on tour, but that
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean,
matter.
that's fine. Whatever. Earthworm Von Doom was more than happy to do it.
We're not mad at you, bro.
Yeah. So, all the bands play fucking awesome sets. The show goes off 99% without a fucking hitch.
Pretty much.
So, I guess let's go ahead and play the clip of Trip, the drummer for Earthworm Von Doom's account of what happened directly to him at the very end of the night.
Alrighty. Trip, I'm going to have to skip ahead a little bit here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hey, how's reception? Good? Bad? Decent enough? Yeah, it's pretty bright.
Reception's good, Trip.
Yeah,
It's about 1 in the afternoon.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Got
get
into
to-
Pittsburgh. Then,
About like 45 seconds in.
then I would just look like an idiot.
Right here.
And, some news about
Here we go.
yesterday's show kind of picked up traction. And, obviously, I'd like to set the record straight, as the person responsible, as the person who did it. I'm not gonna fucking pretend I didn't do the thing in my set that I always do, and I'm not sorry. Like I don't think I can be sorry for putting on a good show. I think if
Awesome show, dude.
it wasn't fun and no one liked it, then then I would just look like an idiot. And if people liked it, I would still look like an idiot. I think the point I'm trying to make
True.
is that
At least he's honest.
I
don't fucking care.
I think so.
I love
Here
Sam
is
scratching his face in the background.
for those who don't know, there's a song at the end of the newest Earthworm Von Doom album, 8279, available on Spotify and iTunes, and at our merch table. And
I guess it wasn't.
yeah, it's a great new CD. We're very proud of it. It's completely fucking ridiculous from start to finish.
It is a great album.
But
so
anywho, I was in the crowd.
this.
Talk about what the song's about. But the song ends with
Here you go.
a like Tom section. Like,
They're talking
if
about
anyone's familiar with like the song, like I mean, Sam and I are big Tool fans, so there's like kind of like a part that sounds like a Tool song or something, like just, you know, playing off the toms and making some ambience. And when we play the song live, I take the floor tom off the drum set and I run around the venue and bang on it. And, you know, people will come up and pick up a stick and bang on the drum with me, or, you know, give me beer. Oh, I'd give people a hug. You know, I played Slip Meat in Annapolis, where we're from, a couple months ago. My mom was in the crowd. I like banged on the drum and like give my mom a hug. You know, I'll run around and beat the drum. Like, we played a show in fucking Greensboro, North Carolina, a couple months ago, and there's like a video of it. Like, I ran into the street and banged on the drum. When we played in Florida, I ran around the whole venue and banged on the drum. And I'm not going to take credit for inventing this little like performance bit. You know, I've seen Marilyn Manson start, like Marilyn himself, not Gil, the drummer, like Marilyn pick up a drum and start The Beautiful People. Walks outside the venue, start the called the Halloway tape. See it at an Earthworm Von Doom show, like at the Eat Your Mattress tour this month, portion and the bar portion. Guys. And I walked from the venue to the bar
maybe I should
coming to a city near you if you live on the East Coast. And you can see me do that. You can see me bang on the fucking drum, and it's never been an issue. And if anyone's been to Guido's before, the venue is divided into the venue portion and the bar portion. And I walked from the venue,
which is brilliantly archetyped, so you know you have a hallway to go through to get to the venue portion and the bar. But we'll get back to that.
That only happens to be one fucking person wide, but we'll get to why that matters.
And there's a kitchen next to it.
The bar, just as I have in other venues, and I did the drum thing. And as I was banging on the drum, one of the bar staff, no, this isn't a derogatory alias, but for the sake of anonymity, we will refer to this man as Shaggy. Shaggy was not fond of my stunt, and Shaggy told me to stop. And I don't know if Shaggy realized that I put the show on myself. I mean, I had a fuck ton of help from Sam. I had a fuck ton of help from the Exemptus guys, including Nick, who made the flyer. I had a fuck ton of help from our friends. But I mean, like, Dustin wasn't there. Dustin wasn't there to do sound. I had to do sound.
Yeah, they're regular sound.
Sam and I had to patch it in the fucking speakers and stuff. We had to clear the room. We did it all ourselves. And, you know, this is the beginning of the tour. We had fun. You know, if I wasn't doing a band have fun, what the fuck would I be doing? You know, getting high, masturbating. Like, I fucking love to have fun. And Shaggy was not a fan of me having fun. So when he saw me banging on the drum, and keep in mind, I read the room. I walked into a bar full of members of the Collaterals, members of our friends' bands, all amused. And I happened to draw a crowd following me because they all thought it was fucking funny and cool. And I told Shaggy to fuck off when he told me to stop. It's just, you know, let me have this. Let me fucking play my fucking show.
This is how it should.
Play my fucking song, and don't get on my shit about it.
We make your bar money.
While we bring people to your bar, and this isn't a dig at Guido's. This isn't a dig at anyone, but I like to have fun. I like to make people smile, and I like to smile. And everyone but Shaggy was smiling.
Fuck, everyone's smiling.
And, he proceeded to ask me to leave the venue while our gear was in the venue. And what he also doesn't realize is, again, he didn't realize that I was running the shit. I have to pack my stuff. And I commend Sam and our friends and all the other band members for helping me pack up. And, to some people, one would think, oh, getting kicked out into the rain must suck. It was fucking 90-some degrees in that bitch. Like, it was fucking hot as a mother.
Optimism,
in
bro.
the venue. So, I needed to fucking
Glass fucking
cool off.
Cool,
So, I mean, joke's on you, bruh. I got to fucking cool off
I think we're good there.
Okay, so look at this picture I just fucking stopped on.
Oh, he looks
It's
so
an
stoned.
It's an O face, dude.
But-
It's his O face.
So, as you heard,
I'm keeping that on.
do it. That's fine. We'll use that as a background. But yeah, Trip picked up his floor tom, walked from the band room to the bar room while playing it. Very much kind of like what Louisiana jazz bands do. They start like that little march conga line around the room.
And there was a conga line because we were there, and they they followed him out to the bar.
Now, it was not a mosh pit in any sense.
No.
Like, it was literally people just, actually imitating a conga line. Like, they were
Following
shaking their
him.
hips and shit and, holding on to each other's waists and shit like that. Like, it was actually a conga line. And, when he went from the band room to the bar room and back, when he returned, a guy working for Guido's just tells Trip to leave immediately. And I guess we may as well show our clip that we took.
Okay. Go into a little bit more because I got to pull it up. Or not. It's okay, AJ. Okay, so here is Trip playing and Shaggy's dick face. Here comes trouble. There you go. That says you're out. We had no explanation at the time, so obviously the whole crowd started booing and chanting Earthworm's name and all that shit because everybody was there to see them,
And
not to see you, Shaggy. Get out of the screen.
yeah, so some quick fucking side notes. Remember, it's raining outside.
It's pouring.
They kick Trip out and then bar him from entering. Now, remind you, he has his drum set to disassemble and all of his sound gear to go retrieve and organize.
I'm pretty sure that was the house gear, but either way, he had to put everything away.
No, some of it was his. I mean, it was mixed in. He had to use some of his cables for shit, some of the house's shit for shit. So, he's outside in the rain, asking his bassist, members of other bands and friends and shit to help him pack his stuff up. And because the equipment had to be packed up in such an unorganized manner, some of the equipment was left in the rain for a good amount of time. And, in fact, we have a clip of us standing out in the rain with Exemptus's lead singer giving some testimony on the
colorful commentary.
Now, keep in mind, this was taken right after the incident, so emotions are a little high.
Yeah, so some shit was flung. I'll skip, my bullshit reporting.
Yo, this is fucking bullshit.
Dude, so
Skip
Matress,
it.
first fucking shit I got kicked
You already
out
know
like
all that shit.
Well, he
First
fucking
show.
kicked him out for it, for being
There's JR helping Exemptus,
shit's bullshit, man.
hide their fucking
This is Guido
equipment from the
Speakeasy.
rain and
They're
shit.
fucking bullshit. They pushed him out without letting him
Here
get any of his fucking...
you can see all the fucking backline of drum shit right there. That's all Trip shit. And around that corner, you can't really see it because it's dark. That's all Trip shit, and it's all getting pouring rained on, dude. It was bad.
Equipment.
He was
Yeah, right.
out.
This is the singer from Exemptus. Would you like to say a word on what just happened? Would you like to say a word on what just happened?
Guido Speakeasy just got free labor and then kicked up band who actually orchestrated the whole
Fuck
thing.
12. Fuck
Like,
12.
even though the guy was actually trying to be 100% respectful, and then he decided to kick him out.
Yeah.
Like,
Without
it was
even
like,
letting him get his shit.
He didn't even do shit. You had bandmates, you had people out here who were smoking weed or whatever the fuck, and he wasn't even part of that group. And you're telling me that, like, he fucking deserved that kind of bullshit?
Yeah,
he didn't even start any of that. He orchestrated something that made you money for free.
And not only that, we paid for food and drinks.
Yeah.
Trip.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Tell us what just
What's up,
happened,
man?
bro.
Hey, guy.
Just got kicked out, man.
Yeah, he played a song.
Hey,
and
buddy.
got us kicked out for no fucking reason. Not your fault, though.
Hey, you gotta drive to Pittsburgh.
I mean, that's the best.
Guido
Optimism.
Speakeasy in Frederick.
I mean, honestly, dude, it's the best fucking first show of the tour, though.
The only first show of the tour.
Well,
I've been in a band. I know that shit.
all right. Well, this is Lord Mike.
All right, so yeah, that's it. You see him outside, basically like, fuck this. I got to get my shit together. He's out. We were watching him at the doorway, staring at people, telling them that needs to go there, that needs to go there, that one's mine, this is mine, bring that out here, while he's trying to disassemble his drums. That does damage on fucking equipment.
Yeah,
like,
musicians
especially
and rain
wood,
do not
dude.
mix.
Especially wood.
Yeah, drum sets are especially prone to shit like that. But at least now you guys have a good picture of what went down. You know, Earthworm Von Doom's performance got them kicked out into the rain, and they were the ones running sound. It was also a free show. They advertised the shit out of the show and unquestionably helped bring in some people that were giving the place business.
A lot of bands tried to help with this too. Mm-hmm. So they basically stepped on their fucking toes.
And
all of them.
Yeah, Earthworm Von Doom was the last band of the night. They were 98% finished, their last song of the set, and Tripp led a little tribal march from the band room to the bar area and back, and he was promptly barred from entry. That's the main drama that happened that night. Now, let's take a look at what the fuck we can make of Guido's post that they made the following day regarding the night of June 1st.
All right. And you're going to pop it up here?
Yes, and... Shit, do you have it? So, Guido's Speakeasy statement is, as some of you may have heard, we had to ask a member of a performing band to leave last night. Unfortunately, members of the band were persistent in ignoring Frederick's and therefore our very strict liquor laws. Additionally, one member seemed hell-bent on antagonizing our staff and regular customers. When we asked this member to leave, he insisted that the entire show stop. Please know, we are as accommodating as we can possibly be, but we will not tolerate downright rude and disrespectful behavior from artists. Thank you to all the bands that play time and time again with no issues, nothing but love, 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 love.
So are you telling me that whole thing was about liquor?
Fucking apparently, but not from what I saw. I think somebody who wrote this fucking post was on LSD at the time or something.
Wasn't fucking there.
Yeah. Like, let's make this clear. Earthworm Von Doom did not get in trouble for anything alcohol related.
Not at all.
But because this shit is so ambiguous, it's easy to look at it and assume that this post about alcohol and our video of Tripp getting kicked out for his performance correlate, which they do not.
No.
But we know that they were talking about Earthworm Von Doom.
Yeah, it was almost blatant.
In fact, we know that because a guy named made this comment. I'm just wondering how a man playing the bass and a man carrying a tom drum the size of a small dog while playing it could have taken alcohol outside while doing so. If they did it before then, why did you wait till their last song to kick them out? I'm a little confused. Video shows a man playing drums told by someone to leave. To which Guido Speakeasy replies, the 30 seconds of video they posted is obviously not the full story.
Obviously, but, you know, you're being kind of vague about it, so...
Your post isn't the full fucking story.
Like, he has every reason to be confused, because the video that they saw, there was no alcohol involved, obviously. So what happened?
Well, I mean, because of this post, people think that you rightfully kicked them out for the alcohol-related... Anyone who was at that show will attest to the fact that you actually kicked them out for their performance. And let's get something straight. If a person or a group of people were taking alcohol in and out of the venue and they got kicked out for it, nobody but them is mad about it. You know,
True.
we understand y'all got laws that you got to enforce and rules, and nobody's mad about that. All this drama is because you kicked Earthworm Von Doom out during their performance, and now online, it looks like you want to make it out to seem like you kicked them out over alcohol.
You know what you do when you have a problem with the bands that are playing at your show? You talk to the promoter, and the promoter talks to the band. So why wasn't Tripp informed about this? As far as we know, he wasn't. I mean, he's obviously read the comment that, you know, that Guido put up. So why didn't he say that in his statement? Because it didn't happen. Well, maybe it did happen, but he didn't know about it. So why the fuck would you throw him out for somebody else's stupid fucking violation? That's not how that works, dude.
Exactly. I'm going to read Guido's Speakeasy's...
Speak easily, Guidos, dude.
I'm going to read their comment, just one of the many fucking comments, but they said, again, folks are fixated on the drum thing. This was not the issue. The disrespectful attitude towards the following rules was, i.e., taking beers outside on multiple occasions, and when told about it, disrespectful attitude towards staff. No one show will ever be good enough to sacrifice the livelihood of our employees, plain and simple. The drum bit was hilarious, it just came at the end of numerous other problems. We are sorry it came to this, but again, we will not lose our business so you can have a good time.
Well, like, no. First off, nobody's asking you to sacrifice your fucking livelihood. Second off, why didn't you say something?
Why didn't you say... Hold on. If the fucking drums... You said the drums were not the issue. Then why the fuck did they get kicked out?
Yeah, there's no reason for them to have been kicked out except for the fact that he brought the drums into the fucking bar. And you know what? I'm just going to throw this out here because Tripp already fucking said it. There were people there for the show that came there specifically for this show. Whether it was Exemptus or Void or Earthworm, it didn't fucking matter. They knew what to expect. So when he came into the bar, it wasn't like he was offending a bunch of fucking regulars. And even if there were, that's 80% over 20%, assholes.
Yeah, seriously. The majority of people there were for Earthworm Von Doom.
Yeah, and they liked that.
Remember, Tripp said he read the room before he did this, and he wouldn't have done that and looked like a dumbass had those people not been there.
Yeah, like he said, if he didn't do it, he'd look like a dumbass. If he did, he would still look like a dumbass. The point is to look like a dumbass, but if he's gonna read the room and find out people aren't gonna like his fucking routine, he's gonna turn right back around and go back to stage. Don't stop him in the middle of a fucking performance.
Seriously. I'll read another comment that was on here. We're not going to mention names, but y'all can just look up the fucking post. We'll have a link to it and everything. But here's another one. This was, I believe, from one of the bartenders.
Yeah, it was the bartender that night.
She actually mentions that she is the bartender in her comments, so I'm not giving anything away here. But she says, there was a lot of things that happened early in the night that kind of clued us into thinking it wasn't going well. We have guidelines and rules that are placed by the city that we have to enforce. Several were broken, and we had to enforce them, and we were generally met with annoyance instead of compliance. That being said, it's our job to enforce it, and we know not everyone will be happy about it, but the boundary has to be set regardless of all that. The final straw was in the middle of the last set. Drums were brought into the front area of the bar, causing the crowd from the back to linger in the hallway. It blocks all kinds of exits and routes that our staff have to use or need to use in emergency, so our doorman respectfully and politely asked that they return to the back of the bar. One band member looked directly at him and told him, "Fuck off and fuck you," and continued to drum, eventually moving back to the back room. Anyone who isn't interested in following our rules will be asked to leave. Anyone who is disrespectful to our staff will be asked to leave. This band member was given the opportunity to leave, asked politely again, and to let the band continue. This part's bullshit. This band member was given the opportunity to leave and let the band continue without him, and instead took to lashing out and booing staff, threatening to fight, and threatening to steal in-house equipment. They were allowed to break down equipment and load out.
That never fucking happened.
No.
That never fucking happened.
Yes, they were allowed to load out, but Tripp was not allowed to come back in after he was barred from entry, which happened immediately. There was no warning. There was no nothing.
No, he came back in to like retrieve some things because he talked it over with the manager. But still,
that was afterward.
That was afterwards, though.
Yeah.
But regardless, though, none of that shit happened on Earthworm's set. He didn't. He did like he was a shithead to the fucking bouncer, but that was because the bouncer was being a shithead to him.
But I mean, not even. I mean, if the bouncer can't handle being told to fuck off, whatever, boo fucking who, go. But that's their right to kick them out over that. The whole point is that they kicked them out, and then online made it sound like they were violating liquor laws. Now let's get this straight. Earthworm Von Doom is not a band that goes to bars and violates liquor laws. They have no interest in doing that.
Or violates the fucking rules.
Yeah, seriously.
They're actually really respectable guys.
I also saw a shit ton of comments that are like, man, these people have no idea what it's like to run shows. They're just fucking ignorant. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You obviously have never ran a fucking show.
Yeah, not to mention, we have played multiple shows that Tripp has put together, and we can attest to the fact that Tripp has at least put together, orchestrated, from ground up, at least 20 shows in his fucking lifetime on his own.
In our eyes, there's probably more.
Yeah, more than likely. And if there's not ones that he did from the ground up, he helped bring to fruition. You know, a lot of shows.
Sam too. Sam has put on shows with Tripp.
Exactly. I mean, Sam knows all the equipment and everything. He was the one who was disassembling all of Tripp's equipment and everything. You know, that's what pisses us off, guys. It's the fact that it looks like you're smearing them online to cover your ass. It looks like you guys knew you were going to get a lot of flack for kicking them out, and then you just fabricated this liquor law shit. And like I said, we have you guys saying that this was a snowball of shit. This chick said there was a lot of things that happened early in the night that clued us into thinking it wasn't going well. We have guidelines, yada, yada, yada. Several were broken. That has nothing to do with Tripp or Sam. And, you know, Tripp and Sam are running the event, so fucking tell them about it if anything bad has happened.
And I think the weirdest part is that this chick is saying that the drums were a problem. The person running the Guido's page is saying that the drums weren't a problem. There are people who are on the comments section who are, you know, on Earthworm Von Doom's side here, saying that the drums were obviously the problem. So what was the real problem? Was it liquor laws? Was it the drums? I understand Snowball throughout the night and all that shit, but that still comes to our main fucking conclusion. Why wasn't Tripp or Sam, as the people who were hosting this show, informed about any of this? When he was kicked out, why didn't you tell him he was violating fucking fire code? Why didn't you tell him about the alcohol earlier in the night? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You guys are full of shit right now.
Something tells me they really don't give a shit about the fire code. Because, dude, they didn't even mention the fire code stuff until they were pressed against the wall in the comments section.
Or at least the lady felt like there was a reason why she needed to say it.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they're being really selective with the rules that they do and don't enforce. And, you know, the guy said, oh, the drum performance wasn't the problem. In fact, it was a really hilarious bit, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Then don't be so fucking butthurt about it.
Yeah.
And, like,
get
look,
a new fucking door guy. Shaggy's an asshole.
Yeah, and you know what? If they can't see the people who are coming in and out with liquor and deal with them immediately, yeah, get yourselves a new fucking door guy who knows his shit.
That dude carded me every time I went in that night.
We were one of the performing bands.
Yeah. And it just didn't make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah, the vibe towards the end of the night got really weird. But
yeah.
Look, again, this is directed to the people posting this shit online. This isn't directed to Guido's as a venue. We like Guido's. We would play there again. We recommend the place to be played.
We've played there for at least 4 years now. We play probably like 4 shows. Yeah, like a show a year for the past 4 fucking years. We like that place.
Great.
It's a dope fucking venue. But like, I don't know if there's I guess there's new management and shit like that. But you guys got to understand that's not how you handle a fucking show and promoters and bands. Talk about it. That's communication. I understand there's probably some kind of miscommunication here about why it happened, but it happened and you guys just seem like you're trying to cover it up.
Yeah. So set the shit straight, guys. We would love a reply. with an explanation of you guys saying exactly why you kicked Earthworm Von Doom out with no bullshit. And I think you owe an explanation because the shit online just looks so jumble-fucked. It's so inconsistent. And
also, if any of you want to come onto the show,
we'll hear you out. We're not trying to be biased. We want both sides of the story here so that way we can get our shit straight.
We're not going to try and spread your cheeks or anything. But
we're also not going to allow our friends to be slandered online with fabricated bullshit that had nothing to do with them.
I got one more disclaimer before we go. We are not swinging on Earthworm's nuts, and we are not swinging on Exemptus's nuts. As the band, as one of the bands performing, and us having a podcast here to talk about it, and a lot of fucking whys going on the internet right now, we felt like we had a need to talk about it. And you know, Earthworm, Salmon Trip are our friends. You know, down to the fucking brass balls, dude. We are all fucking homies, and we do not want to see our friends, especially in like the height of their career right now, that they're doing a lot of fucking shit. They've done 2 tours,
and
in
this
the past
show was
2
the
years.
first one. Way to launch it off, guys.
Seriously. So anyway,
I guess that's it. We would love an explanation. We'll have one of you guys on the show, and yeah, sorry, Shaggy, but it looks like all this shit online is
your fault, dude.
Yeah.
You had to get salty just because he told you to fuck off.
Oh, wait. He said the F word?
He said the F word.
Twip said the F word? What to the guy's face? Oh, no.
Frederick Country Boy.
His heart's probably broken. He's crying in the pillow.
Nah, he's too tough for that. He's a Frederick Country Boy, dude.
Oh, that's right, man. And Frederick bodyguards. Don't mess with them.
Frederick Country Boys.
Anyway, I'm ScowlingAl.
I'm Mike.
And we would love to hear back from you guys.
Please. Peace.
Peace.
Butt pussy.